August 13, 2025. A Russian soldier attempted to conceal himself inside a village outdoor toilet, but was eliminated by an FPV drone operated by the Hungarian Birds Wormbusters unit of Ukraine's 414th UAV Brigade. A Ukrainian fiber optic FPV drone ambushed a Russian soldier riding an ATV. The soldier detected the incoming drone only at the last moment, leaving no time to react before impact. On August 12, 2025, Ukraine's 414th Strike UAV Brigade spotted a lone Russian soldier moving along a road. Possibly separated from or having deserted his unit, the soldier wandered through open terrain for some time. After stopping under a tree and idly using his phone, still unaware of the reconnaissance drone tracking him, Ukrainian forces launched an FPV drone strike against him. A Russian soldier was spotted by Ukraine's 425th Separate Assault Battalion while climbing through a window into the basement of a building. An FPV drone was immediately deployed, and 2 precision strikes were carried out inside the structure where Russian soldiers were hiding. Not a single one made it out alive. An FPV drone pilot from Ukraine's 81st Brigade struck a burning Russian main battle tank just as one of the surviving crew members attempted to evacuate. August 12, 2025. Ukrainian drone operators from the Signum unit targeted Russian logistics routes, destroying multiple supply vehicles. Among them was a truck transporting lumber for the construction of trenches and dugouts. 2 Russian soldiers spotted the incoming drone and abandoned the truck, one seeking cover inside a house, the other hiding among nearby trees. The next target was a UAZ delivering supplies to the front. The Russian soldiers noticed the rapidly approaching FPV drone and tried to escape, but not fast enough. Moments later, another Russian vehicle was spotted traveling the same route. The experienced operator closed in quickly, striking directly at the driver's compartment. In another sector, Ukrainian FPV drones targeted Russian assault groups operating in pairs or small teams of 3. Once caught in open terrain, the Russian soldiers had no option but to attempt escape on foot, a tactic that offered virtually no chance of survival against the pursuing drones. The next target was a Russian underground bunker. An explosives-laden drone was successfully flown inside the shelter, delivering a precise strike. The first strike was intense but insufficient to neutralize the position. A few minutes later, a second drone attack was launched. Following the second strike, Russian soldiers began fleeing the bunker in a desperate attempt to escape. However, the FPV drone operators were determined not to let them get away. 2 soldiers who left the trench and took cover under a tree quickly became exposed targets for the drones. Experienced Ukrainian drone pilots maneuvered through obstacles in Russian positions to infiltrate deep into the area. Their targets were not limited to vehicles. Russian howitzers firing at Ukrainian defensive positions also became priority targets for FPV drones. Numerous artillery units were destroyed, and tanks such as the T-72 were eliminated. Ukraine inflicted millions of dollars in losses on Russian forces. Thanks to their expertise, these drone pilots carry out daring missions deep behind enemy lines, constantly disrupting Russian supply chains and artillery positions. Their precision strikes not only inflict physical damage, but also sow confusion and lower the morale of Russian troops. Ukrainian aviation carried out a precision strike with a GBU-62 JDAM bomb, destroying a multi-story building that served as a Russian battalion command post in Soledar City, Donetsk region. Ukraine's 38th Separate Marine Brigade successfully destroyed a Russian L-271 Harmony short-range radar system in Obliterated village, Donetsk region. The 114th TDF Brigade used a Ukrainian fiber optic FPV drone to destroy Russian FPV drones lying in wait to ambush Ukrainian soldiers in the Kupiansk direction. The drones, positioned on top of a vehicle, were successfully eliminated. With the help of thermal imaging, a Russian soldier was detected in an open area and targeted with a kamikaze drone strike. Near the village of Kindredka in the Sumy region, 2 Russian soldiers were spotted attempting to cross to the opposite bank of the river by boat. An FPV drone was launched and headed straight for the vessel. The drone struck the boat before it could reach the opposite bank, and the Russian soldiers did not survive. The Ukrainian 13th Offensive Guard Brigade, Karda, eliminated Russian soldiers and equipment in a single day of operations in the Kharkiv-Belgorod direction. In just one day, a Ukrainian drone team deployed 50 drones to neutralize numerous Russian units. Ukraine's ability to produce its own drones and scale up production is inflicting significant losses on Russian forces. In the village of Orikhiv, Donetsk region, Ukrainian FPV drone operators, together with Nemesis bomber drones, executed precision strikes on Russian infantry shelters. The coordinated attack disrupted enemy defenses and weakened frontline positions. These drone units, part of the 42nd Separate Mechanized Brigade, demonstrated Ukraine's growing mastery of drone warfare, combining agility and firepower to neutralize fortified targets. Such operations significantly degrade Russian combat effectiveness, underscoring the evolving nature of modern conflict. A heavy bombardment was carried out on the Russian positions using drones, with repeated strikes ultimately destroying the entire defensive line. A Ukrainian Sis-27 fighter jet carried out a precision bombing strike in Bakhmut City, Donetsk region, destroying the command post of the 299th Paratrooper Regiment of Russia's 98th Airborne Division. In the Kostiantynivka direction, the Ukrainian UAS Regiment Phoenix destroyed a Russian tank at night that was being concealed inside a hangar. A MiG-29 equipped with 2 hammer bombs destroyed houses sheltering Russian assault groups in the village of Unikivka, Sumy region. On August 11, 2025, the Ukrainian Fardum unit, part of the anti-tank battalion within the 3rd Assault Brigade, continued its relentless campaign against Russian forces in the Kharkiv region. Specializing in anti-armor warfare, this elite unit destroyed multiple Russian vehicles and pieces of equipment, severely degrading Russian capabilities. Ukrainian special forces from the 144th Special Operations Center destroyed a Russian FPV drone while traveling in a buggy. The drone had been lying in wait in the Sumy direction. In the Siversk direction, the Ukrainian Signum Battalion of the 53rd Mechanized Brigade successfully repelled Russian assaults through precise FPV drone strikes. Skilled drone operators targeted and destroyed 2 BTR-82 armored personnel carriers and 2 tanks equipped with mine plows. These strikes significantly hindered Russian advances, demonstrating the effectiveness of drone warfare in disrupting enemy armor and fortifications. In this FPV drone attack, additional armor plating was observed being added to the outer surfaces of Russian armored vehicles to protect against drone strikes. However, all these measures proved insufficient. Repeated drone attacks ultimately rendered the armored vehicles inoperable. The combination of speed, accuracy, and stealth in FPV drone attacks gives Ukrainian forces a crucial tactical edge on the battlefield. As of August 12, 2025, the front line remains fiercely contested, with neither side gaining decisive ground. Ukrainian forces continue to leverage advanced drone technology, particularly FPV and kamikaze drones, to maintain pressure on Russian units. These drones have become a critical force multiplier, targeting Russian logistics, armored vehicles, artillery positions, and troop concentrations with remarkable precision and speed. The ongoing drone assaults have disrupted Russian supply lines and weakened frontline defenses, forcing Moscow to divert significant resources to counter these threats. This has led to increased operational challenges and lowered morale among Russian troops. On the Ukrainian side, continuous drone production and skilled operators ensure sustained offensive capabilities despite numerical disadvantages. In summary, while the front lines remain fluid, Ukraine's innovative drone warfare is reshaping the conflict, gradually tipping the balance by inflicting disproportionate damage and undermining Russian operational effectiveness. The future of the war will heavily depend on the continued evolution and deployment of such unmanned systems.